Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Jersey Comic Crew, your favorite podcast for all things comic book, pop culture, TV show related. And as always, I'm Chris Heller, and with me is our good friend,
Rob Moran. How come when I introduce you, I say great, and you just say good friend?
I'm sorry, I was going fast. I couldn't think that fast.
It's okay.
Good and great, all good things.
Positive.
But we are going to today do a very special episode about Gotham.
Yes. So Gotham had a series finale not too long ago, and we want to talk about the series finale, our thoughts on the finale itself, and just a look back on the show, whether we thought it was worth it, whether it's not, good moments, bad, stuff like that. Just in honor of Gotham.
Yeah, and so
Why do you start?
yeah, so for any of you Gotham fans out there, obviously the show
Like four of them.
Yeah, exactly. There's so much Batman stuff. The show was really focused on Jim Gordon. It wasn't a Batman show. It was kind of a Bruce Wayne show towards the end, but it really wanted to focus on Gordon's rise to becoming commissioner prior to Batman being around, while Bruce is still a kid, and him kind of rising the ranks of the GCPD, as well as some of Gotham's most notable criminals kind of in their early days. So we got a big focus on the Penguin, who was one of the best characters. The Riddler was another big character. Catwoman, we see Selena Kyle as a young child. And we also see characters in and out, kind of like Hugo Strange is a big part of this show. Mr. Freeze has a nice arc. Poison Ivy is a big character. So they kind of touch everywhere. Joker, obviously, is kind of something that grows. Barbara Keene. So we have kind of all these characters. Leslie Tompkins, who we talk about in comics all the time, is a major key to this show. So, but really we wanted to focus on definitely the finale and kind of how this wrapped up. Rob and I have talked about Gotham before.
Yes.
We've reviewed seasons and episodes before. This is kind of a wrap-up of the show. So,
I enjoyed it.
Of the last season itself?
Yes.
Okay.
I enjoyed the show overall. It definitely had its moments where I felt like it was lost.
Yeah.
It was a show. If it was a Gordon show, a Gotham show about the city itself, or Bruce Wayne becoming Batman, Smallville-esque kind of show.
Yeah.
I felt like it was trying to wear many hats, and that's kind of why it got the reviews and situations that it got itself into.
Yeah,
it
was
I got
kind of
the mixed
spinning
reviews.
the same drain, It was in a cycle, yeah.
But this is the last episode. I did like seeing, Jerome becoming Joker. Like, he didn't say he was Joker, but he knew he was becoming more. And he was just playing dumb, waiting for Bruce to finally come back. We see Bruce come back. We see Oda Selena, and I was like, ooh, all right, Oda Selena.
My God.
Jim Gordon, as commissioner, doing all the good. Penguin and Riddler were locked up. Gordon had a mustache. He shaved it. He did not look good in the mustache. Big mistake. Thank you for shaving it. I was like, oh. Oof.
Yeah, you are not a mustache face.
Barbara with the baby. And, it was a time skip from the episode beforehand. Showed, Wayne Towers being rebuilt. I liked this episode a lot. I liked how it formulated the whole show. Everything came to an end. Penguin looked more like the Penguin. He still had the limp. He had the monocle. Riddler eventually got his whole full setup.
With the question mark?
Yep. Seeing Gordon deal with Bruce as Batman and not really seeing Batman, I wanted more of that. I wish that happened more so.
I think we all did, yeah.
In the earlier of the season, in earlier episodes, and kind of like do that instead of like some of the other stuff they've done throughout the show. And just like him trying to figure out what this is. Still, you can still have the ending how it was, but I'm saying like him dealing more with the identity question of the bat, I thought was really good, right? And he's like, what is this thing? They did that suspense.
He's still outside the law. He's still a vigilante, yep.
They did the suspense very well when you see him and doing that voice. So that was great. And maybe just because I want a Gotham show, a Batman show, and Gordon be Gordon, reprise his role, I'd be fine with that. And just do a Batman show.
I thought it was a decent Fox basic cable series.
Yeah.
I will say I thought the last season and a half upped it a little better for me. I liked the more like everyone's kind of betraying everybody because that's Gotham and you gotta be alive to stay alive type deal.
I did wish they did not touch the Ra's al Ghul.
I agree.
If I could take one thing from the show and remove it completely, it was Ra's al Ghul.
I would do Raish.
Or Raish, sorry.
And
I said it wrong.
I would do Raish and, I didn't need Nissa.
No, I mean, if you don't have Ra's, you don't have Nessa.
True. I didn't need Race and Nisha and that storyline kind of continually coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And I absolutely hated the Bane story arc.
Yeah, I did not think that was needed at all. They could have removed that.
I didn't think it was good at all. I think there's obviously a lot of questions unanswered. They talked about all these territories, like the way the last season ended. You didn't see any of those characters who you thought you'd see, like Man-Bat.
No.
Or like those twins, or like all these characters that they teased at the end of last season of like, now that the city has gone to shit and the bridges are blown, we're going to see some real stuff.
I'd rather see Man-Bat than Bane. Because Man-Bat could have been anytime.
Any day I would have rather seen that on TV.
You know what I think this show suffered from? And it's the same kind of thing Flash, I think, suffers from. The villain of the week kind of setup, I don't think works as well as they believe. Because look at somebody like Mr. Pig, which we had a great couple episodes with him.
Professor Pig,
Professor Pig, thank you.
One of the creepiest Batman villains of all
I think that could have been a whole season or half a season. And stretch it out, do a little bit differently. Like, with them, they did the villain of the week. Same reason why Flash does it, right? To get the name out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you could have done more of that political and crime-oriented show. Like, all right, more. This is like a random gang leader. This is like a lieutenant in the Penguin Army. Create characters to build this universe, I think, would have been my idea. Mm-hmm. Create more of Falcone's. Like, the Falcone-Maroni thing ended really quick. Mm-hmm. And I felt like, all right, you could have created more crime bosses and have them still pay homage to it. Maybe one likes to make them afraid. Like, oh, that's kind of like a tease to this guy, right? But it's not him. And that just like sets the seed for future. So like the Scarecrow stuff. Maybe you had a guy who like drugged people, made him feel afraid, and then after you beat that guy, then you can see a little teaser of
Jonathan Crane.
Thank you, Jonathan Crane, picking up and like having an idea. You know what I mean?
I think it was.
I think they need to create more characters for the show.
I was fine because again, everyone knows Batman.
Yeah.
Everyone and their mother knows Batman, and a lot of them know the villains. Like Batman's Rogue Gallery is kind of only compared with Spider-Man's Rogue Gallery.
I think Batman has the most well-known Rogues Gallery out of any
100%,
superhero.
100%. And I think with Batman's Rogues Gallery, I don't want to see like, hey, this is where Jonathan Crane got the idea. This is where Joker got the idea. Riddler got the idea. I want to see those characters, but I'd rather see it in a Batman show.
Well,
it's tough to do a prequel series for Batman.
Well, here's my
like
thing
that.
with Penguin. Thought he was perfect. We could have done more with him.
Mm-hmm.
Fish Mooney was a wasted asset. They could have done a lot more with her.
100%.
Like I said, create a character and develop it.
Mm-hmm.
Riddler, I'm fine with Riddler. So I understand where you're coming from. I think if it was just Riddler, Penguin, and maybe a handful of others, we would have been fine.
Yeah.
But there were so many.
I thought
we had
100%.
everyone.
I thought
Who do we not have?
The last season was like the build up to the Batman show we're not going to get. Of like, hey, we're going to show you Harley Quinn. We're going to show you Joker in the final episode. We're going to show you Riddler at his prime, Penguin at his prime, and all these other characters that you're never going to taste. Like everybody, I think the only one they didn't do was like Clayface. You know what I mean? At this point, like they showed almost everybody. I'm surprised they didn't do Kite Man. You know, like
Half the Tom King's run. Like,
they
could have done Kite Man.
They could have done Kite Man.
They could have made. Oh no, I don't know if I would have done Kite Man.
On TV, it's harder. But like again,
they did the balloon guy. Remember him?
Oh my god, that was awful garbage. That was so bad.
I think that was the when they were like, "Oh, let's create people." It's a terrible idea.
Terrible idea. So
that's probably why they did.
Again, this is Fox. This is not HBO. This is not AMC.
It's not
or
even
FX,
DC streaming service.
Not DCU. This is Fox. I think as far as the final episode, that it kind of tricks you, right? Because you want to see Batman. You want to see the Batman at the end.
I kind of wish I did
build
not.
up. The build up to the Batman I thought was very anticlimactic at the end.
Yeah, he looked weird.
I thought so too.
I liked everything. If you would have just shown me Shadow,
yes,
I would have been like, all right, Gotham is. If they would have just shown me a shadowy face and not what he looked like, Gotham would have been like right here. Would have been here because I was like, oh my god, the mystery factor.
I think what they did was try to emulate the beginning of Batman the Animated Series. Where it's like streets of Gotham, panel straight up the building.
Pan up.
The light comes on, Batman's looking at the screen through the light. I think it was very Batman Animated Series-esque, but not done as well. I think The Selena growing up thing was cool. Obviously, the Bruce growing up thing was fine.
Her dealing with that, Bruce going away, I thought was great.
That was fine. Obviously, we knew Barbara's child was going to be named Barbara Gordon.
Yeah.
I thought the way that she birthed the child while running away from Bane was complete horseshit.
That was funny.
That was insanely
come
bad.
on, that's fine.
I thought it was
I'm not saying it was good, but it's kooky, and I'm like I enjoyed it.
It was very
so
kooky.
I let it go.
I love Leslie Tompkins, Marina Baccarin.
Yeah, let's
she's actually married to the guy who plays Gordon in real life.
I didn't know that. And she'd be fucking Deadpool on the side.
And Ryan Reynolds.
That's right.
Yep, and the Deadpool. She's in everything. She's in both universes.
In this show, standout actors, characters.
Yeah.
Give me a few of them. Go.
Penguin, hands down, number one.
Okay, I'm with you.
I personally loved Alfred.
Alfred was great.
I thought Sean Pertwee's Alfred was very good. I love the strength. I love the almost badass British bruiser type he was.
I'm really upset that this show is done because I want more of him.
Yes.
I wish because they're making an Alfred show, guys, and I wish it was
it's called
him.
Pennyworth. I don't know how I feel about it. It's almost like a Who Cares type show. And it's on Epics, which makes it to me even more Who Cares.
I have to.
You know
really
what I mean? Really Epics. That's the best we can do.
I'm gonna give it an episode. I have to be really impressed.
It has to really shine.
My thing is,
but to answer your question now,
yep.
Penguin, Alfred, Harvey
Bullock was fantastic.
Love Bullock.
I'm glad you said that. I agree with you. We're at 3. Right.
Top 3, those guys.
No, give me 2 more. Give me 5. I'm on 5. Obviously, Gordon.
Gordon was very stoic. Gordon didn't really have to act much.
Okay.
I don't know if Ben is the best actor. He was fine as Gordon, but he doesn't really. His range is kind of the same, right? He's I'm a cop. I'm serious. This really changed.
Okay.
I loved towards the end, Cameron Monaghan's Joker. Jerome and Jeremiah Valeska.
Fantastic.
I loved the transformation at the end where he's in Arkham and they're stabbing him with pens and you think he can't feel it and he actually feels all of it. He's just that crazy. He's been holding and biding his time until Bruce Wayne comes back. I love the way they played the love-hate factor where it's we're meant to be together and blah, blah, blah. I hated that they didn't fight and that it was just a battering through the hand that stopped him.
I'm okay with that because of the mystery
fight. But you could still have made it mystery. You could have had him hit the lights out, and the lights are flickering, and you only see punches and very comic book Zap Pow punches,
that would have been great,
and different hand and fighting, but without seeing the face. I thought that
I would have liked that. I would have liked that better.
I did like Cameron Monaghan towards the end as Joker, and probably the last person. I really liked Hugo Strange. I liked the way his character arced and developed. I would have said Ivy, but there was too many of them. And it wasn't really a focus. It was kind of the same thing.
For my list, I pretty much everything's the same except Hugo put Gordon in it.
That's fine. Yeah.
I loved Gordon. I put him higher, but I loved him.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying about his range, and it wasn't a lot, but he made me like that character even more and appreciate Gordon and everything he does.
Yeah.
I did like Maroney when I saw him and the crime bosses. I thought they were good. Fish Mooney, like I said, another.
I wasn't a big Fish Mooney fan personally.
I thought they could have done more with her, and they just wrote her off. Weird. Weird.
I thought Jada was just so over the top with it.
That was fine.
But it was over the top to a point where it was almost but it doesn't matter because you don't exist. We know you're gonna die or be written off.
Well, I think if they would have just kept her going and
maybe
her be a bigger focal point, be the foil to Penguin. Mm-hmm. And we were with the crime bosses, we had them do very well. Like I said, I think she was.
I liked more of
she was more of the loud and outgoing, and they were more the serious. I like that controversy and that flipped.
Okay.
And then Penguin would be oh, he's the crazy one, and she's.
I liked more of Barbara and when she was still alive, Tabby's arc because Tabby teaches Selena how to use the whip, which eventually she uses for Catwoman, and they kind of had the shitty version of the Gotham City Sirens.
So Tabitha and Barbara,
the Butch thing was awful. The Solomon Grundy thing was probably the worst thing I've ever seen on television.
Yeah, they should not have done that.
No.
But Barbara with Tabby, and I just I think you gotta cut it.
Yeah.
Barbara, I think was just too much, too ridiculous.
I think there was too much Barbara. They kept
they kept going back and forth with her.
They just didn't want to let like her off the show because they liked her.
She's good. I get it. It's the same problem they had with Arrow with not Mockingjay. Oh wow,
Black Canary.
Black Canary. Thank you.
With Laurel.
Yeah, with the Laurel.
Yeah.
The same problem. I get it.
Yeah.
Then write the show differently so you keep them.
Well, that's also why Arrow's ending next year because it's just too much.
It's just ridiculous.
But yeah, I thought those characters were my favorite. I liked the final episode as far as the mystery and the build-up. I liked the hey, Bruce Wayne's back. We haven't seen him in 10 years. At the same time, there's this vigilante going around. I liked the build-up of Jeremiah's Joker, where Harvey finds out real quick and it's like, I can't tell you, and he basically blames himself for a murder because it's so detrimental to save people because he has this whole thing planned.
And I did like how even how Jeremiah first started with the circus and everything. I liked him from the second I saw him.
Yeah. I didn't like him from the second I saw him. I thought it was Joker origin that I didn't need, but I did like the way he looked, like where he was beaten to shit and he was like acid burned and his hair was basically gone and he was even crazier than before. That stuff I did enjoy.
Would you recommend this show to somebody who hasn't watched it?
Oh.
Would you tell somebody, hey man, watch Gotham because of A, B, and C? It's 5 seasons. Can you, in good conscience, do that? I'm not saying whether I'm going to give my answer afterwards.
Here's the answer I could give.
Yeah.
I will tell you to watch it if you want to know why Jim Gordon is Jim Gordon.
Okay, I'm with you.
I will tell people if someone says, hey, I'm really into Batman, I just got into Batman, I saw this arc with Jim Gordon as Batman that Scott and Greg did. I want to know kind of more about Jim's backstory. And I would be like, if you want to watch Gotham, this would be good to know kind of why Jim is Jim, the moral value. And because I will say that every time that Jim faced the moral thing, he always chose the right thing in this show. He was always the guy ahead of everyone else as far as I'm going to do this the way it's supposed to be done because this is who I am.
I agree. I say if you want to see a good Penguin, you want to see a good Gordon and learn how they are and why they are, this is the show to watch.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's entertaining.
It's entertainment, yeah. I think Harvey was really good. Almost like
Harvey.
Harvey was almost too nice. Usually he's drunk and angry all the time.
There was a lot of good moments in this show, a lot of good acting, a lot of cool scenes. So I can't just tell somebody, no, don't watch it. But I got to preface why you should watch it first.
Yeah,
it's... And with so much other TV out there,
it's tough. It really is tough.
If somebody's like, Rob, I want you to recommend me a superhero TV show, I'm going to be like, Gotham's not going to be the first one I come up with.
No.
Right now, it's probably like, all right, aside from Young Justice for animation, if you want to watch something live action, watch Doom Patrol.
Yeah.
Or watch
Game of Thrones.
Runaways. Marvel's Runaways, if you want young adult team stuff.
Or Umbrella Academy.
Or Umbrella. I didn't even think of that. Umbrella Academy, fantastic show. Or Deadly Class. A lot of these more indie ones I would probably recommend over some of these bigger name ones. How my? Are you watching Happy?
I'm catching up, yeah.
Oh my! I recommend Happy above all. You want some dark? forget Gotham. You want some dark stuff? Go watch Happy. I got 4 of my friends into it. They didn't want to watch it, and I was like, guys, I'll give you $20 if you after the first episode. You don't say what the fuck to me.
Yeah.
And in a good way. They're like, okay. They're like, what the fuck? All right. This is amazing. This is awesome. Happy. There we go. Sorry,
Chris
this
Maloney.
is about
Awesome.
Gotham, right? And they were like, "Oh, isn't that the guy from Law and Order?" I was like, "If you want,
you the guy from Man of Steel."
Oh, not even that. They were like Law and Order, right? Yeah, Law and Order.
Yeah.
I was like, if you want, picture him as the same character and just watch it. It'll flow right through.
Whoa!
Right? They're like, "Oh, he was a cop. Oh, and then he was told some dark shit. Boom, Happy."
And now he sees a donkey.
So on our Gotham review, I recommend another show if that makes you feel any better.
Yeah, no, it's. Again, it's a decent show.
It is.
It's just not. Again, there's so much to watch, and there is so much going on. It's not a show I would say, okay, I'm going to stop all these other shows to watch.
No.
It's a show that I'm going to say, hey, all right, if I have the time, I'll watch it. Basically, Kevin Smith is probably the biggest Batman fan on the planet. If he's not talking about it, it's kind of all you need to know.
So
it wasn't the strongest, but it does have a fan base. But I think overall, what would you give the show?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. I wanted you to go first. I'll go because I'm probably going to be nicer. Can I write it down? Just hold on. 7.5.
Wow, that's really high for me.
So 7. I feel like if I give it lower than, because I love the Penguin and Gordon so much, I can't give it lower than a 7.
But the problem is they couldn't carry it every episode.
No, they could. They tried.
Yeah.
They tried.
It's probably a 6.
I want to say I like 7, 7.5. 7.5 on a
going
good
to
day.
6.
7 when I watch the Bane stuff.
Oh, 6, 5 when I
But
go to Bane.
They've had a lot of high moments though. That's why I have to give it that.
I don't know if it's a lot compared to like some, but like I personally would probably give them a 6 just because the high moments of the suspense, the Easter eggs, the stuff like that. Yes,
Yeah.
The Ra's al Ghul stuff like was done oddly with a boy. You know, if it's a grown man, it's different.
All right. So if I'm saying,
but
7,
I think to me what saved this show is Alfred
yes,
and Penguin.
I agree.
To me, Riddler got annoying.
I liked him.
Bruce got annoying. Selena got really annoying.
Didn't bother me that much.
And yeah, that's about it.
If I say 7.5, I can't be between 7. All right. Let's say if I say 7, you say 6. We give it over a 6.5 then when we average.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, that's a little low.
That's not a little low. I don't think so.
I know you don't because you went lower, I went higher. That's why we have averages.
Yeah, I can't give it higher than that. There's just too much that they could have done better, and storytelling and flow and character organization alone was just all over the place. So I think it was a tried emulation. I think it was almost like, hey, I wonder if we could catch lightning in the bottle the way that Smallville was really like popular.
I think in the beginning they had it and then they let it go.
I don't know, that second episode with the balloon guy was really rough.
That was just being them. That was
I thought it was way too like, wow, this is corny. But I think you have a show that really tried. It hit some major strides of coolness and you know, Gotham being a character that it is hit some really cool like circumstances. But I think overall it was kind of like, all right, it needs to be done now.
Yeah.
And I think there are other shows that are the opposite, like Gifted got canceled on Fox.
I'm okay with that being canceled.
I mean, it's okay, but I feel like it ended on such a big cliffhanger that I want to know more.
I think if you gave it one more season just to see what happens.
Yeah, maybe. I think
give it that season 3. Well,
but
no.
maybe because Disney's moving, you know, again, Fox properties and X-Men stuff. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But that was our Gotham review for the finale and the season. As always, you can catch us on video on YouTube, and make sure you like, subscribe, and do the comment stuff below.
Yes, let me know down in the comments below, guys. Who is your favorite character from Gotham if you watched it? Let me know what your rating is down below. If you are listening on YouTube, thank you so much. Like Chris said, make sure you hit that like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
If you're listening to us on the audio version of this show, which is on iTunes, podcasts, wherever you can find it.
Blu-ray, Spotify.
We on Blu-ray?
Sorry. Google Play.
Wow.
I'm thinking
Blu-rays.
Blu-ray. We on Blu-rays now.
Make sure
that's a different video. I'm sorry.
Oh. Make sure you do the same. Like, comment, subscribe, and share it. Give us a review on Apple iTunes. It helps a lot. As always, I'm Ron Moran.
And I'm Chris Heller.
And we'll see you next time.